Grand risings. Oh my goodness, beautiful kings and queens, friends and family. I felt inspired to come on live today and to make an appreciation post, share and show up. I just dropped off my daughter at school and I realized that I have been feeling this very strong pull to come on and make videos on my own. And I've been a little bit scared, a little bit shy. Been making a lot of interviews lately, which I absolutely love. I love doing interviews. And I realize it's become a little bit of my safe zone. Having somebody there with me to share their journey and to shine a light on their incredible survival story. And I haven't been showing up on my own that much. So this is just a little post because I have been so inspired by so many of our amazing kings and queens in our community and beyond that have been showing up, that have been leveling up, creating YouTube channels and making videos, writing blogs, writing books, doing all these incredible things. And, they say that apparently I inspired them. So it's pretty cool because I want to, give my gratitude to all of those who have been inspiring me. That's what it's all about. I think that's why we have come to this earth, is to help each other, to support each other, to, shine lights on one another. I'm just thinking of, my amazing sister, Queen Jenny, who's been like 180 days juicing, who never thought she could do it. And then all of a sudden, just boom, she just took off with her juice cleanse. And now she started a YouTube channel and doing what she thought was impossible. She was so shy. And look at her now. She is serving so many people. Hi, Dad. How are you? Hi, Queen Arely, Queen Jenny. Nice to have you on with me. I am showing my gratitude for so many people. My dad has been inspiring me so much and helping me on this journey. We all have these angels in our life, right? These expanders, these people who love us no matter what. And I'm here to, be my most authentic self. I didn't think I was going to come on video, but I just thought, all right, let's do this. I need to come on and really stretch myself. I don't want to use the word challenge myself, but stretch myself a little bit, because we can all stretch a little bit. We find our comfort zone and then we kind of like expand on that a little bit. So this is definitely coming out of my comfort zone, but I know a lot of us are coming out of our comfort zone. So I recognize you, I see you, and keep doing it, because the world needs to hear your voice, even if it's just to show up as messy as you are. I have so many beautiful queens that I would love to thank. Queen Alba is one of them too, who's stepping more into her power. Queen Christiana, Queen Lily, oh my goodness, my beautiful sister, and Queen Tiffany that we did the Texas Fruit Festival with. Like, she organized that all by herself, and it was not easy. We look at some of the things that we do, and sometimes we think, wow, oh, that must be really easy for them, or they got something that I don't have. But really, we all have that potential to do incredible things, and we are the only ones limiting ourselves. And I'm speaking to myself too, because I know my fullest potential has not been reached yet, and I'm the one that's stopping myself from that. So doing these little things like that scare us every day and that we just don't think we can do, but once we cross that threshold, then we're like, oh, wait a minute, I can still breathe, I'm still okay, I'm not dying. But we think we're gonna die, but that's the ego that's playing tricks on us. My beautiful partner, my king Chandan too, who makes these incredible videos for people, and it was not easy for him to start doing that. It looks like it's so easy for him now, but he's done a lot of practice, he's done a lot of inner work, because once you realize you have that calling to serve in whichever way you want to serve, it doesn't have to be the same way somebody else is serving, it doesn't have to be about the same thing, but we all have a gift to share. And how are you showing up to share that gift? What are you doing to come out of your shadows? So I hope by doing this, I'm inspiring you to step out of the shadows. If you ever want to make a post and you're shy, bring me into it, tag me, let's do this in community. Let's do this together and be like, hey, I saw Queen Aline doing her thing and inspiring me to share my journey, to share what I've been through, because we've all been through it. That's the thing. We're all connected by trauma, by pain, by joy, our messy life, our children. Like, there's so much happening behind the scenes, and me included. I don't want to share sometimes some of the uglier parts of my life where I lose my shit with my daughter, or I feel jealous, or I overeat. And how about we share more about those things and heal those things together, and like remove the shame too that we have around not being so perfect. I do open up more in our Kings and Queens of Raw community. It's a safe community. If you ever are looking for a great network of positive individuals that are here healing, I welcome you to join our support community. It's free, and we host royal gatherings in there. So I do open up in there a little bit more, but for my YouTube channel, I definitely feel like I could be more authentic. But some things are better kept in the private as well. We don't have to share everything, but I do see the benefit of opening up, talking about addictions, for example. So many people have reached out to me, and saying that their family is struggling, their family member, they're struggling. So we're connected through that. And you never know who you can be helping by sharing your voice, by sharing your story of hope, your story of survival. And yeah, sometimes it's not about us. It's not about me. It's about showing up for somebody who needs me. And that's the way, if everybody did more of that, I think the world would be such a better place, helping each other and being more supportive of one another, and being real and honest about what's going on. I was so scared about sharing even that I'm eating cooked food, and I was like, oh my God, who am I now? I've lost my identity. And I thought I was going to get a huge backlash from, the raw vegan community. Hi, beautiful Queen Sade. Queen Sade, yes. Oh my gosh, you've been such an inspiration to me. Seeing you at the Texas Fruit Festival has brought me to tears. We were like so happy to meet. We know that, God brought us together for such an amazing purpose and a beautiful mission. And hearing you speak, I had goosebumps the whole time. I was like, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm in church. This is the best church ever. You know that your calling, and you're standing in it more and more. And you recognize that, you're glorifying Him. And at the end of the day, that's all it's about. We are vessels of His light, and you have helped me so much to feel more comfortable even to do this live today. Thank you. Because it doesn't matter if we make mistakes. It doesn't matter if we stumble on our words. It doesn't matter if we don't look perfect or we put on weight. Like, who cares, right? At the end of the day, the message is what matters the most. What's in our heart is what matters the most, and who we are, in our most raw, authentic self is what people need to see. So yeah, you've definitely been such an important part of my life, healing yourself naturally and going through your ups and downs, as we all do, and being very honest about it has definitely helped me a lot. And yeah, it was so funny. I have an example of like just showing up. I was watching Chandan's video, I think it was 2 days ago, and he was recording himself, looking all handsome and stuff. And behind him was like a little spray bottle. It was a spray bottle. It was a pink spray bottle that it was there, right? And in my mind, I was like, why didn't he remove that spray bottle? But then I was like, Aline, it doesn't matter. Who cares if there's like a spray bottle right there? Like, just pay attention to what he's saying and stuff. And I realized my own perfectionism always kicking in and being like, oh no, you can't do this if this isn't right and if this isn't right. But like, it really doesn't matter if the setting isn't perfect, if there's a spray bottle in the way, if we got pimples on our face. It's like, can we just show up? Can we just show up and show appreciation, show gratitude? Because I think that's really where the blessings come in. When we just show up in all of our messiness and all of our glory, and we say what we have to say. Everybody's going to think like, oh, I'm not good enough, or I don't have anything to say. What am I going to say? Who wants to listen to me? We all have it. And as much as people tell me, wow, Aline, like, you know so much about living foods, about, plant medicine and this and that, I still have this idea that I'm not smart enough to show up and to teach and to inspire. And that is the devil talking. That is my fears talking. And I cannot continue to listen to that negative mindset, So I've found more and more strength to have conversations with myself, but it's still there. We have to do a lot of inner soul searching to overcome and to let the positive voice of God, which is sometimes a little faint in us. I find that the devil, the negative voice, is very much stronger. It's like you could get like 200 positive comments, and then you get this one comment that kind of throws you off, throws me off. And then all day I'm just like thinking of that one negative comment. And it's like, but wait a minute, you had 200 or whatever it is, positive comments come in. Why are you letting this one thing get to you and take your power away? So it's about, praying is super important, meditating, coming home to yourself at the end of the day, taking like a moral inventory of what went right, what you feel you could have improved on, just being more and more conscious and more aware of, gotta slay that dragon and those lies one day at a time. Absolutely, Queen. We gotta be aware of the devil's evil schemes, and we gotta, put on the whole armor of God every single day, because especially people that are on this mission, we get attacked. We get like very much attacked, tested. A lot of, narcissistic abuse could be going on in your life. A lot of, negative talks from other people in your life, putting you down, shaming you. Like, those things gotta cut. They gotta cut out, and as hard as it is, sometimes it's family members, sometimes it's partners. But if you feel like you're on the mission, like, sometimes you need to isolate for a little bit, or work with the ones around you so that you can live in a very uplifting environment that helps to support you, helps to support your dreams, and helps you to come out of your shell so that, the world can get more of you, right? That's what the world needs, is more of you, more of your light, more of your unique gifts. Don't try to be like somebody else. I know it's natural to compare and to say, oh, this one did that and this one looks like this, but like, God put you in this life looking the way you do, as perfect and beautiful as you are. And, only you can appreciate yourself to that level. Nobody can do that for you. And, we can all enjoy and appreciate each other's uniqueness more. Especially us women, guilty as charged to like compare myself to other women and feel envious of other women, jealous and all of that. I think those are natural, natural emotions, and we have to like look at the way society has bred us to do that, crabs in a bucket kind of mentality of like, I'm going to bring you down because I'm not feeling good, and how dare you feel better and all of that. So, but the more we uplift ourselves, the more we inspire others to do the same. Those who are ready, not everybody is ready to do that. Oh man, oh Queen Arlie, I'm seeing your comment. Okay, I'm going to read it out loud. Thank you so much. You are not realizing that people out here are looking up to you as a vegan healer for guidance. You are awesome. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I receive, and I thank you so much for saying that. I just, wow, I mean, Belize, Placencia, Cayo, Belize is in my heart. My beautiful sister Arely is in Belize, and I give thanks and praise to all of my friends there. That beautiful country, those beautiful friends have shaped me and helped me to uncover my true divine purpose and mission here on earth. And I went through the most amazing times and the most difficult times there. And I know every single moment was God ordered, was God sent. Like, I don't regret anything because it brought me to my medicine. It brought me to the solution. It brought me to awaken and to my life partner, to wanting to create a healing center there and help other people who are caught in addictions, who don't have any support, who don't have any help. You know, there's absolutely, there's nothing really there for people to heal naturally, right? And it's like, it's just so sad. And I had the opportunity to, live with Belizean men, to be in the families, and I see the beauty in everybody, and also the deep, deep trauma that happened that is not really talked about, right? We sweep it under the rug, or we pretend like everything is okay. We make jokes, we drink, we smoke. Like, there's a lot of numbing that's going on because, people are not encouraged to talk about their emotions. We still sometimes consider therapy just for crazy people and stuff like that. But I think it's opening up the doors, and I feel like that is my role, is to open up the doors on mental health, on depression, anxiety, what it means to self-medicate, and that, it doesn't mean someone's a bad individual because they're consuming drugs and alcohol, It means they're suffering. It means they're in pain. And there's a lot of stigma still around it. And not just in Belize. I'm talking all over the world. There's still a lot of stigma around addiction. We think oh, you did this to yourself. And, do you really think that somebody who picks up a drug, fully is conscious of the effects that it's going to have on them? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Even though we may know it on some level, we don't know the depths or the hell that we're going to have to go through to get out. Maybe on some level our soul knows it and we choose this path. I'm not saying it just happens, but I don't think anybody fully understands the depth of what can happen with addictions. Sometimes it just starts off with curiosity. It starts off as children. It starts off after a bad breakup or a death, or we don't know exactly what happens, but all I know is I know I'm being used by God Almighty in some mysterious ways, and I am just following the calling to heal myself and to do my best to figure out what healing truly means. But and just serve in the best way I can. I'm following the cookie crumb trail, and I'm enjoying every part of it. And it hasn't been super easy. It's been very challenging, but I give thanks to every part of my beautiful journey. Queen Sade says, God's telling me to stop overthinking and just go forth, be obedient, because many are waiting on our transformation. That's right, sis. Yes. Wait, and then there's another one that was good. I got my behind in therapy, lol. It's Jesus, therapy and high vibrational food for me. Yes, asking for help is super important. God works through people. God works through people. It's not just about sitting at home and only meditating or only eating the raw foods. If he's sending you in these avenues, there's so many different holistic, healthy modalities, right? We need therapy. Many of us need different kinds of somatic therapy, body work. There's different chiropractic work. Queen Tracy, who just came on, she does an amazing integration process to learn how to process our emotions. A lot of the time we don't know how to feel our emotions. We don't know how to process our emotions. So what happens when they bubble up? What happens when we feel sad? We overreact. We go into overdrive. We go into fight or flight. I included haven't learned to regulate my emotions until this point. So once we learn how to regulate our emotions, love ourselves, give ourselves what we need, self-care, then we feel connected. We feel connected to others. There's so many solutions. And then the drugs and alcohol will naturally go away. You will naturally not need them to fill a hole, a void inside, because you will be complete on your own and with your soul family doing the work. And I promise you, I never thought I could go a day without using. I promise you, I used to cry when I was thinking of forever no drinking, forever no smoking. I couldn't even handle it. But it's literally like one day at a time. And then you build on those days, one day at a time. And then you say, wow, I did it one day. I could do it another day. And then you take that day and you say, okay, today I'm choosing not to use. Today I'm choosing to stay sober. Today I'm choosing to be connected, to call a friend, to make a post, to do something that will help me feel connected, you know, go for a nature walk, you know, hug a tree, go in the sun, ask for help, ask for support. That's the biggest thing. There is support all around. And sometimes we just don't want to see it. Sometimes we feel like we don't want to bother people. But I mean, if you want free therapy too, free support, you know, there's our support community. And there's also a lot of like addiction focused groups like CA, AA, Smart Recovery. They're all online now. They're all free. And you could get yourself a sponsor. And the sponsor is there for you 24/7, anywhere in the world, you know. And the 12 steps have helped me so much in the past. To really, like, I didn't believe in God before all this happened. I did not have a spiritual life before drugs and alcohol almost took my life. I did not believe in anything higher than me. And this brought me to my knees. This brought me to believe that to know that I was saved by something stronger than me. And I surrendered my life, you know, all in, all in, on my knees. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Please help me. And it's landed me in these amazing, amazing circumstances. Amazing miracles have happened in my life thanks to my surrender, thanks to being cracked open literally and being like, I don't know. I don't have the answers no more. Like, please, like, Jesus, take the wheel. Jesus, take the wheel. Literally, like. And I've met the most incredible, incredible angels. And I know I'm being divinely guided. And so are you. So are you. You have a beautiful gift as well. And I'm here for you. If you need support, reach out. I love you all so much. I'm super grateful for everybody here. I mean, Facebook saved my life. Everybody here virtually. And, you know, we get to meet live in the flesh now. Like, we're manifesting each other in the flesh. We get to hug each other. We get to laugh with each other. And this has been my life savior. So I thank you all for being with me on this incredible journey. There's one more comment I wanted to read. It keeps going up. Yes, Queen Tracy, you say addiction is so misinterpreted. I hear you, sister. It's not as easy as a choice. No, it's not. It's very complex. Gabor Mate is an amazing one when he speaks about trauma. If you're interested in looking more into trauma and addiction, he has also worked with plant medicine with his clients, with his patients. He's in Vancouver. He's in Canada. Gabor Mate. He's really, really powerful. And also Gabrielle Bernstein. I love her so much. And she's overcome major addictions. And I've been listening to her podcast. Talks about God. And she's also been through the 12-step programs. And Gabrielle Bernstein is another beautiful one that I'm getting to know now. So yeah, Gabor's books is amazing. Hi, Queen Kazri. Welcome, welcome. So real, so beautiful. You have inspired me, my amazing sister, on my sobriety journey, showing me that it's possible. It's possible to heal. It's possible to recover and to stay sober for many, many years. We do not need alcohol. We do not need drugs. We need to heal ourselves. We need to heal our gut. We need to get those pesky parasites out, right? Juice cleanse, eat a lot of fruit, go on a fast, come back to cook foods, but try your best to stay as hydrated as possible. You know, that's the key to having them not have the environment to breed. Herbs are amazing. Reach out to me if you're interested in some herbs. I've been drinking some amazing herbs from my beautiful King Chandan and working with him with Healing Origins. They have been a game changer in helping my gut, helping my mind, and everything. So the herbs are for the healing of the nation. They are from the earth. Take out those poisons. You know, even if we're eating super healthy and super raw, whatever, organic, they say in the grocery stores, like, we're still consuming a lot of agrochemicals. We're still consuming a lot of pesticides. So we need to counter those poisons. I wasn't even that having that great digestion when I was raw. But I started putting in the herbs and it's been going much, much better. So reach out if you're interested in learning more about the herbs. Healing Origins is my partner's website. Queen Tracy, I want to read this. She says, I may not have been addicted to drugs, yet I was addicted to overthinking and not living in my body until I learned how to process the trauma my brain experienced. That's right. God uses us to be the testimony of transformation. Yes, yes, your story is powerful, Queen, and look at how you're helping so many people. Queen Tracy's been helping me on a personal level. I've been working with her, and she's also done a few amazing talks in our Kings and Queens community. So if you want to see that, check it out. We do royal gatherings almost every Saturday. I've been missing a few, but sometimes I bring in an expert or somebody who has an amazing story to share. So if you want to share your journey in a safe container, come into our community and share. And this has also been the starting platform for many of my friends to start their YouTube channel. They started off in our community and they're like, wow, I really love speaking, I love sharing, and they started their YouTube channel after that. So welcome on board. We'd love to have you with us. And I'm going to keep this short and sweet today. Just an appreciation post to all my incredible sisters and brothers doing the work and ready to look at themselves, do the shadow work, and also have fun and play and bring out our inner children, because that's what it's all about. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you very soon. Love to all of you. All right, I hope you have a great day. Bye.